We're a little busy tonight, or at least Sandy and Curly are. So you get me, Knox, doing a quick little fridge recap over FlyQuest's busy weekend this weekend. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking to my fridge, going over what happened, and just kind of going through there. It's a bit of a weird Knox vlog, so enjoy. Anyway, welcome to the FlyQuest recap of the weekend, and we're gonna start our way down and work our way down to the big old FGC weekend that happened. But before we get there, FlyQuest, the LCS team, went 1-1 this weekend. Very interesting weekend. I predicted a 2-0 on our original stream, in which case I thought they would beat Team Liquid because I thought they didn't look very good. Their meta read, as you can see right here, has been really, really weird. And I just did not feel like they were going to be a strong team. And I generally thought FlyQuest should be able to handle them, right? We did lose to Energy, and I did predict that we should beat Energy. I don't think Energy honestly looks all that good. And even in the, no, they look solid in the match itself versus FlyQuest, but really the big thing was this, right? That level 1 fight that happened. I mean, technically, yes, Masu did walk away with the kill onto, I believe it was Jan, or not Jan, sorry, FBI. But the problem is there was a huge wave that was like right here. If the turret's like right here, there's a huge wave, Inspired and Masu right here, and they just had to get it in. And all they had was like a 33% HP Hui that was standing in the way. Basically, even though it was such a huge wave, they don't end up getting it into the turret, and FBI catches the whole wave, and it's a slow push back into FlyQuest's turret, and basically it's just an easy dive, and eventually Masu ends up just going down 40 CS, and the game's just kind of done from there, right? Because Inspired's having to sacrifice a lot of time to try and make sure the bot lane isn't getting dived, and then they get dived anyway, and Contracts is just having a field day, and then mid lane's not winning necessarily because he picked Corki into Azir, and I think Azir's the better end of that matchup, even though it's supposed to be kind of a handshake. And then Bwipo had Darius versus Cassante, who Doklo was piloting, and that just didn't really matter at all. He didn't get the lead that needed, and it was just bad. Really, this game, I remember like writing notes in the flight check Discord, which you should go join, by the way. This game was done at like the 2-minute 25-second mark, right? The moment Inspired and Masu didn't shove this into the turret, it was just done. So it was done from there. So FlyQuest is now 3-1. Still looking solid overall, tied with Cloud9 and I think NRG in a 3-way tie. We play Cloud9 next week, which should be a real true tail test. I don't expect us to win that one. I think that one should in general just be a standard loss, whereas this I think was just a really bad blunder. I think honestly you go into scrims and this is just an FF go next, like don't worry about it. It's going to be a waste of everyone's time if you play this out, right? But sometimes it happens on stage and it is what it is. So yeah, 3-1, 1-1 weekend. I still think it should have been 2-0, but not a big deal. Next up, we got FlyQuest NACL with the 2-0 weekend, who only played TLC. Not too much to say. Surdy and Shaden are just stupidly good. They should not be in this league. They should be in LCS. They were supposed to be in LCS, but unfortunately, esports winter is a rather cruel situation that is happening right now. And so, alas, they're with us, and it's cool to see them on FlyQuest Challengers, but they really should be in LCS. Other than that, Quad is looking very, very solid. I'm very, very happy with how he's doing. I think Sajid is getting there little by little, and then Chime is also probably way too good. Chime obviously, not even probably, Chime is way too good to be in this league as well. Like 3 out of the 5 members of this team don't need to be in the NACL, and it's just ridiculous. Either way, FlyQuest NACL is now 4-0 overall for the whole split, even though they've only played 2 teams. Yeah, they've only played 2 teams so far. So either way, great start. Nice to not see us dropping any games. Looking to keep it up. All right. Now we're getting into the area that I am not a very good expert in, but I'm going to try and cover it real quick. So FlyQuest Red's Valorant team, if y'all aren't really aware, basically went through a giant shuffle, right? They only kept 1 player from the old roster, and that would be Dodonut. She's the only returning player. The rest are a mix of other players from around the league. I think there's a couple of Evil Geniuses players, go figure. So on and so forth, right? And so this was the very first tournament of the Game Changers, I guess, circuit is probably the phrasing I would want to use, in which case FlyQuest Red Valorant made it all the way to the finals. Nice. They had to play Shopify, who's currently the best Game Changers team in the world. Not nice. But they took them to 1-2, which, not bad, right? Like, best team in the world, and you take them to 1-2. That's, like, for a first-time debut, like, really, really good. Really, really good. Very happy. They get 30 points, which is a lot of points, actually. That means a lot later on down the line, and it helps them have a good chance at qualifying to the Worlds, or I guess it's Champions version of Game Changers. So, good start. Looking forward to seeing what else they can do. Yeah. I guess my last little note is because I actually did watch a little bit of the match. I saw basically, it was kind of funny, actually, really quick tangent. The stream that was hosting, I guess I could show my face for a second. The stream that was hosting the show, or the match, right? FlyQuest lost the first match. I want to say it was like 9-13, or the first map like 9-13 or something, right? And the second map, they had like the overlay on, so he was just like, hey, waiting for the next map, so on and so forth. And I was like, all right, I'll go make a drink. And I came back, and I didn't realize how long I'd been gone because I was talking to my wife and stuff. And I came back, and FlyQuest was up like 10-3 in the second map, and I was like, what happened? And apparently they'd forgotten to switch the overlay. But yeah, then they got into map 3, and they were on Lotus, and basically they got off to a hot start. They were like 4-1, and it just went downhill from there. The moment they got, especially when they got on the A side, when they did the swap, they got lost. They got perfect, I forget what the phrasing is for Valorant, but basically like 5-0, like three rounds in a row, and it was just not good, and they looked extremely lost on that. But at the same time, Shopify, best team in the world, what are you going to do? So looking to see the improvement from the girls over there, and it was kind of cool to see their debut. It was awesome. All right, and then there's this beast right here. FlyQuest, all the fighting guys, right? I'll be honest, I did not watch any of this, and I'm not a fighting game guy. I know probably just a little bit about Street Fighter because my wife kicks my butt in it occasionally. And that is about it. So we're just kind of going to go down the line. Guilty Gear Strive, Tempest took second. Nice. Street Fighter 6, Punk took first. Very nice, very prestigious. Awesome. You love to see it. Dragon Ball FighterZ, Nitro took first. Punk also took fifth in that. So that's a good showing right there. Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, Tempest fifth. Cool. I have no idea what that game is, to be honest. Same for this one. Razzo took fourth. Cool, good for him. And I do know this. I did play this in the arcade occasionally, in which case Ray took fifth on that. So, as I'm like awkwardly switching camera holds. That's kind of it. So anyway, little Knox vlog, talking to my fridge, talking to y'all. Sorry for no flight check tonight. Sandy and Curly are kind of unfortunately busy with some personal matters and things like that. Everything's good, just they're busy, and that's just how life is sometimes. So anyway, hope this tides y'all over. Sorry to all the Fly fans who wanted to actually see some actual show content tonight for all the crazy stuff that was happening this weekend, but I'm doing my best to make do. So anyway, have a good night, and we'll see you next week.